So after when Louise was protected by Lister, even though he doesn't remember her, she still has hope that he has memories of her. Just needs to find out how to get them back. She was thinking about asking the company, but even her husband would end up finding suspicious that she wants to take care of this drone, so she didn't want to risk it. However, she knew one person or a drone, but the problem is, will she even think about making the deal with the devil itself? Man, James is going crazy with this gala. Already, I'm tired. And also, what's more, I'm tired of all this. Louisa was actually on her own as she ended up talking to herself. She still cannot forget, nor can she give up on Listener. It's been like how many years since she last saw him, and she still kept that promise with him that no matter what, that she and him will be together, even if it means doing the impossible as breaking the law of a human and a drone being together. That's all she's gonna do. However, that's gonna be impossible. I need a drink. Going to the bar, Louisa saw none other than Listener. She always smiled at this. Hello, Mrs. Elliott. Listener, remember. Oh yeah, right, we're alone. Hi, Louisa. How's everything? Same old, same old. Your usual fine wine, age, perfection. Make it a whiskey one, if that's okay. Sure. After when Listener made Louisa's own drink, offering it to her, the two just basically talk. However, their own talking conversation was actually being spied on by none other than Miss Solver Possessor herself. Giggle. Ooh, interesting. Let's see what this can go. Sin ended up pretty much watched as she used one of her own cameras to see. She made sure not to be detected too. And Louise and Listener pretty much talked without being interrupted or everything. So yeah, that's how I actually live. Oh man, Louisa, I'm so sorry you have to live with a shitty ass parents. But still, do you really think that this is gonna end up being okay? I don't know no more, Listener. Hey, he gently held her hand. Louisa, you don't have to be like your mom. Don't end up being like the person that made you what you despise. Be something better for your daughter. How? She's already close to an adult, and I already know that she doesn't trust me or James. And I feel like James is not gonna end up being enough for me, and I feel like I'm gonna... Louisa! She was held by a Listener. I don't care what happens, and also if James to think about laying one hand on you, I'm gonna end up making sure he never has a hand after what I'm done with him. Louisa, look at me. Looking into the yellow optics that she grew to love ever since that her parents got him. She knew that this was Listener, but not the one that she was hoping. I'm gonna be there for you and for Tessa no matter what. She made me become, well, alive and everything, and for you, I'm not gonna let anyone hurt you. Never in my life. Especially those who end up disrespecting you, and especially James. Listener said as he held her close, gently holding Listener. Louisa still felt like a memory that she held on so dearly to have Listener back. All that she felt was just him in present, but not emotionally there. I better get back to work. Mr. Ellion's making me do yard work. Yard work? I thought he already had someone on it. He did, however, he ended up throwing that away, so I better take care of the gardens. I'll make sure not to ruin it, ma'am. And just like that, he left, leaving Louisa on her own. What am I gonna do? She said as she looked at her drink, nursing it instead of finishing it. Giggle. How sad. Turning, she saw you. What are you doing out of the basement? Giggle. I let myself out. But I did saw a tragic sight, pouting sadly. You really do love this listener, I'm saying? What do you know about listener? She looked at Sin. I know the fact that she or he is still in there. This got Louise's own attention. You mean that his memory is locked? From what I actually saw within him, someone made sure to forbid him to ever remembering you. Sigh, it's annoying. So he really didn't have his memory wiped. Someone just made him forget me. And someone made it permanent. Quite so. But, curious, I can help you. Help me? Why would you end up helping me? Giggle. As much as I hate to admit it, but I hate when you end up being sad because at least you end up having a reason to love Jones until he was taken away, and that reason went with him too. Hilt tilt. Am I wrong? Louise was actually taken back by that. This person, or drone, Sin, that her daughter called her, pretty much had a point. She loved drones like Tessa, was fascinated that they ended up being made, but after when her parents ended up taking her from him and ended up selling him or whatsoever, that went away with him. You're right. I used to love drones, but now I hate them. It's never too late to do so. Except there's one catch. What's the catch? You and me, smile maliciously, would make a deal. A deal? This was my shocking point. Never would she imagine to make a deal with Sin. In her life she saw what the thing can do, and better yet, what it is. What makes you think that I will make a deal with you? Hell tilt, I'm the only one that can help you with listeners' memory. And wink. Unless, of course, you want to be alone with a hollow shell of your beloved listener. Tease. Ugh. Fine. I guess I can end up making a deal. Under one condition. What would that be, ma'am? You leave him out of whatever mess you end up doing with him. Don't make him be anything but a monster. Got it? Smile. Got it. And my other condition is you allow me to do whatever I want with these worker drones. She said as she pulled out a worker drone head. Oh, God almighty, so that's what happened to some of the drones that went missing. Fine, whatever. But like I said, you don't touch listener, and this, pointing towards the head, better not gonna be what you're gonna do to him. We make a deal, and you keep, I keep my deal, and I keep mine. Do we have a deal? A hand reach. We have a deal. Shaking the hands, they end up making the deal of like anything ever. Louise pretty much sold her own soul, but it's basically worth it just to have listener back. But the problem is, would Louise even had a chance to see it happen after what Sin's planning to do with the other drones and at the gala too?